So this is a lot of Novas. Oh yeah, one big video to cover this year's gimmick, or at least one of them, as there might be an eluding new one with a eluding pink piece that's alluding to new gimmicks. And I'm alluding to that I'm not using eluding correctly. But we will be covering the Nova gimmick this year. This is the light up ones, just like the Genesis ones, except worse. Mostly because just the lights don't flash the same way. I'm not saying it should strobe like the Genesis one. Obviously, that's a different gimmick. But I don't know. I'll get into that once I open these. These are a lot, and I have to go over to all of them, and I have to record very quickly. So I'm gonna start opening them right now. Oh, actually, let me name off what I'm actually revealing. We got Nova Hydorous, Nova Pegatrix, Nova Trox, Nova Hanoj, Hanoj, Hanoj. Tell me how you pronounce this guy's name. I don't know yet. And then Nova Dragonoid X Nillious. Yeah, that's right. They fused, and they're chunky. All right, let's just get into it. Whoa, he went flying again. All right, getting to the stats for Nova Pegatrix. We got 600 B power, 7 base damage, and on an orange shield, you remove core. This is pretty good stats, actually. It comes with a magic shield and shield. If I didn't say that already, I don't remember. And yeah, you could get up to 1,000 B power, and your opponent doesn't have a core. So at worst, you guys are tied, unless they, of course, have an add moon rune or a steal moon rune. But 7 base damage is actually great with a I almost said Pokemon. I just opened up the Pokemon card packs. If that video's not up yet, you'll know what I'm talking about soon. But yeah, with the Bakugan that get it up to at least equal to their opponent, 7 base damage is pretty damn good. And that means it has 13 stat points on it, which is pretty nice. Those are pretty good stats. Definitely would recommend getting that if you're looking for a good Chaos Bakugan. And then we have the gate card, and then for the cores, no cores again. Singles don't come with cores unless you're platinum for some reason. Platinums do come with cores. The Novas, the new gimmick, they don't have cores. So yeah, no cores today. Now we go into Nova Trox. Same cores as Pegatrix, Magic Shield and Orange Shield. Comes with a built-in reroll, 800 base B power, and 5 base damage. This one's also pretty good. Can get up to 1450 with its own cores. And yeah, it has a built-in reroll, helps you avoid moon runes. So in this case, Trox would actually win the battle if you miss the first roll and then re-roll again. Pegatrix just has 1,000 B power. You have 1450, and you keep your core. Pretty nifty, pretty handy, pretty nice. I would definitely recommend picking this up. 5 base damage. I cannot speak right now. 5 base damage is great for a Bakugan with a built-in reroll, Magic Shield, and 800 base B power. Definitely would recommend that as well. And then for the gate card, this is what it is. Now on to Nova Hydorous. Well, if you can't tell from my YouTube picture, my favorite faction is Aquos. So with 2 good Nova Bakugan in a row, you would hope that the next one is also good, especially since it's Aquos, my favorite faction. No, it's not. Nova Hydorous, 600 base B power, 3 base damage on a Helix plus 300, and a Helix and a Green Fist. Same exact ones as Aquasaurus. Yep, this is the one that gets copied stats, not the other two, although I think Nova Trox might have copied stats. Same old one, 1500 base speed, or 1500 off the roll, 0 damage. It's just a worse version of his Armored Alliance one. They're really trying to make us forget about how scarring that was, and by making Hydorous completely cucked. Like in Evolutions, he was just bad, and in this one, he's not great again. I mean, you could use him, sure, go ahead, but it's like, just use the Armored Alliance one at that point, right? That's really sad. It makes me sad, especially since Nova Hydorous is probably my favorite, but I'll get into that in a little bit. And then there's a gate card. Now for the new guy. Ooh, now for the new. Oh, he doesn't want to stand. Now for the You know what? He wants to rest on Hydorous' shoulder. That's really cute. Uh, now for the new guy, Nova Hanoj. Hanoj, I still don't know how you're supposed to pronounce it. But He's Hydorous, gross, 300 B power, 10 base damage, and 2 helix cores. This is obviously going to be used for damage wins. You get plus 5 helix and get up to 15 damage, which is pretty good. But if you're running Arliss, why would you subject yourself to torture and also use damage wins? You're just a masochist at that point. But I guess it's not the worst. Arliss has certainly seen worse. And this is the gate card if I didn't show it. I'm having bad memory right now. I don't remember what I'm doing. Now for the one you're all waiting for. That's right. Nova Dragonoid and Nillious. Base stats are obviously going to be pretty bad. Like 200 base B power and 2 base damage with a orange shield and a green fist. Wow, that is stinky stink. So you would think that his fuse side would be much better, right? Nope. You fuse on a orange shield, you get 800 B power and 5 damage. And on Victor, you remove a core, which is one of the worst ways to get a Moon Rune ability off. It really is depressing that we waited so long for a fusion between Dragonoid and Nillious, and this is what we get. But what are you gonna do about it? I guess you guys remember that video where I said they should make Dragonoid and Nillious just kiss and be boyfriends already. It was in the I think the Neo Nillious review. Yeah, I guess it happened. I guess they were listening and they were like, you know what, we're gonna do that. So yeah, it's official, guys. Nillinoid, new ship name. This is the gate card. Ignore everything else I said. Look at this gate card. It's a cool gate card. So the first two I showed are really good. I would recommend getting those. The Hydorous isn't the best, but you could definitely use it. Hanoj. I must say Hanoj for now. If you like Arliss, go ahead. If you don't, then don't get it unless you want the new mold. And then Dragonoid X Nillious, it's not good. I would not get that unless you want the mold. But if you want the mold, just look for the diamond variant at that point. I mean, this one's a little weird. We'll get to that one in a little bit, though. I haven't taken out the papers for any of these, so the light feature will be shown now. You get to see them all together. Here we go. There we go. The paper didn't work when I pulled it out, so we're just gonna show it like that. There we go. Alright, let's get into the model themselves. Pegatrix is not a new model. It is actually from Wave 1. I just didn't pick it up yet, and I thought, you know what, I'm doing video Novas anyway, so I might as well pick up this one. It is a very good model. It's very reminiscent of the Neo model from Evolutions. I very much like how they're doing Pegatrix like this. I wasn't that much of a fan of how she was done before, but this one I could definitely get behind. And then there she goes. I'm not picking her up. She went under the bed. And now for Trox. Trox is silly. Trox looks very silly. Like, he's supposed to stand that way, right? But like, what is up with him? Oh, that's what's up with him. Oh, his foot isn't down. Shh. There goes another thing I'm dropping. Okay, there he is with his stubby little arms, his tiny little toes, and his long, girthy neck. What is up with this model? This one's whack. Like, I love it, but I hate it at the same time. I don't know how to feel about this one. I don't even know. I don't understand what start. Ah, there it goes. That's a weird one. It's a very weird one. I don't know how I feel about this model. Like, I liked Neo Trox. I thought Neo Trox looked fine, but this is nowhere near as good as it or what it looked like. When I saw pictures of it during leak time, it didn't look like that. It looked a lot better, I thought. Same with Hydorous, although I still think this is probably my favorite Nova so far. Nova's or Hydorous is an interesting one because I feel like it takes a lot of inspiration from a bunch of different Hydorous models. For instance, the way the back legs work is very much reminiscent of the Battle Planet core. The way the head works reminds me of Neo Hydorous, and the way the arms works reminds me of Armor Alliance Hydorous. So I feel like he just takes a bunch of those molds and combines the good parts about him. I do like it the most, however, I found it to already be the most frustrating to close, and the light up's not even that good. And he's a bit chunky when you look at him from the side. From the front, he looks pretty good. I like him. Now for Hanoj. Fun fact. Whoa, what the hell? Oh, this is cool. What the This is whack. Uh, okay, he has like these weird feet spinner things that are kind of cool. They like spring out. I don't know what's up with them, but they're cool and fun to mess with. The tail. But yeah. Okay. Fun fact about Hanoj. Uh, I guess they ran out of names to make these Bakugan. They just started making voice actor names. Hanoj is Jonah backwards, which is, I believe, the first name of Dragonoid's uh, voice actor. If not Dragonoid, then Dan. I'm actually gonna look that up. I'd feel terrible if I got that wrong. Okay, my mistake. It was Dan. I am so sorry, Jonah. No offense. I just don't watch the reboot. I'm very sorry. But yeah, that's what Hanoj is, or uh, Hanoj. That's what he's named after. Um, yeah, you know what? Just to make it up with you, I'm just gonna start calling him Jonah. Kind of disappointed that so far this is the only. It's not disappointed that I don't think Jonah is a cool Bakugan. I'm just saying it's disappointed that so far this is the only new mold or new Bakugan that rather that we've seen so far from leaks at the very least. But there definitely could be more. Uh, yeah, it is a little bit disappointing that we haven't gotten as much as we did in Evolutions, where we got Colossus, Blitzfox, Warrior Will, Griswing, Scholar Movement, and Untimely Death, and I think like one or two other ones. And then we only have Jonah. Again, not saying that he's bad. I do think it's cool that we have a new Arliss guy. Uh, it would have been Skullhard, but we don't talk about that. We move on from that. But yeah, hopefully we get some new ones. This is very odd though. The first thing I'll point out is this is he's an odd one in general because the Arliss Novas are not like this. They're not clear plastic. They're gold like you'd expect. But he has this like plastic on the back that's like grayish. I have a feeling he's not actually Arliss. I don't know. He's just not really an Arliss looking guy. His light is white, which is cool, I guess. But although it is like, I guess there wasn't really another light they could have used. But that is just like Nova Chaos ones. I'm very confused if he's supposed to be a quadruped or what, because he has these big meaty arms right here. But then in his card art, he's kind of like standing on all fours. So that's really interesting. I hope we learn more about him soon. Well, the anime watch or the show watchers will at least. I don't watch it. I do like the model though. I liked it a lot more than I thought I would. I thought it was similar to Nova Dragonoids, which I do not very much like that mold, but it's not. It's pretty different, pretty better. Speaking of Dragonoid, this is probably one that you guys are waiting for. However, I would like to argue that you're gonna be disappointed because it's kind of ugly. I'm not trying to be that guy. I'm not trying to be that guy, but it is kind of sad that we waited for this fusion to happen and for it to be limited because of the Nova light up mechanic, like making it all chunky and not really. It's just very limiting. I feel like if they didn't make it a Nova, then they would have had a better opportunity to make it something better looking. I mean, just look at the Nillious heads. They're so skinny, you can barely see them. And the Dragonoid one, I mean, that's just straight up a rip from the Genesis one, I'm pretty sure. The wings are cool, though. I like how the wings look. That's cool, at least. And, yeah, I don't know. I guess that's pretty much it. Also, there's not many darkest elements on this. It's mostly just Pyrus. I mean, the light up, if I could get it to turn on, I just still don't know what the turn on mechanic for this one as yet, but there we go. It's the heads. It's just red. It doesn't have black light ups like you'd want it to be, or at least purple. I think Darkest is purple, but I thought for a fusion Nova you'd have two colors. That's what they should have done. This is. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be that guy. This kind of sucks. I mean, it's cool that they fused and all. I'm not against that. Although what I am against is the fact that one, Nillious is supposed to be two-headed in Legends, I'm pretty sure, but in this one he has his Geogon Rising appearance with three heads. Two, Dragonoid for some reason doesn't have an old appearance. He has a new one. I believe that's his Nova variant. And three, I don't know. It's just kind of lame that the fusion is just Dragonoid's head being in the middle. I thought they could have done a lot more. Like maybe like they could have done it with Nillious, where one head's Drago, one head's Nillious. I don't understand why they had to do. Like apart from the heads, it does look cool. The design itself of the entire Bakugan, the fusion, it does look good. I'm not gonna lie. Other than that, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. I think Hydorous and Hanoj are my favorites so far. Then Pegatrix, who unfortunately fell to her death, is another one that I like. So yeah, that's the end of this video. My concluding thoughts are that if you want something good for the TCG, I would get Nova Trox and Nova Pegatrix. Those are both good. If you want just the collection pieces, Hanoj is definitely worth it, I think. And then Dragonoid X Nillious, not too sure about it. If you think it's hype that they're fused now, go right ahead, knock yourself out. But it's not too good for the TCG, and it's not even that great of a toy. You know what? I'm not planning on rolling all of these just because like how many people actually want to see me roll them, be honest with yourselves. But I will roll this just to see maybe the rolling action can bring it back to me. Maybe we'll make it feel better. Wow, I'm gonna be honest with you, that was kind of a bitch to close, but let's see if he rolls nice. Or opens coolly, at least. Oh, or opens at all. Who knows? Oh boy. There we go. That has a very snappy sound to it when it opens. Okay. I mean, it's fine. It's whatever. I need to figure out how to close Hanoj, because these like feet springy things are very interesting to me. Wow, he actually closes exactly how you think he would. Oh, the light up didn't work that time. What? Hello? It's because the tail part that activates the light didn't pop up. What? Hold up. Yeah, again, that's interesting. It like just does not. I don't know if it's supposed to be like that or like what. It's definitely not, because I could see that the spring goes down, and that's so odd. Let me figure this out. Hold on. Okay, I don't exactly know if this is how it's supposed to work or not, but it seems like this back part's supposed to be manual. I'm not sure why that would be the case, because none of the light up mechanic like switches for any of the Novas so far have been mechanical, or like none of them have been manual. That's the word I'm looking for. None of them have been manual moving parts like this one. Although I still am convinced that it's just not working for some reason, because it like the magnet does unlock the little part that's supposed to let go of it, but it just doesn't. I don't know if that's a problem with mine or that's a problem with all of them. If you have one, let me know what if you experience the same problem. But yeah, the back part on Jonah just will not unlock when it rolls. At least you have to manually pick it out. So yeah, that's the end of this video. If you enjoyed, please consider liking, subscribing, commenting. That would all be nice. And to end this video, let's go with the picture of Jonah, just to hopefully make sure he doesn't hate me for not knowing that he voices Dan in the reboot.